Morning to Madam Lina. So today we will presenting our assignment, which is we have chosen two company, which is the first one is Press Metal and the other company is LB Aluminium Berhad. So in this group we have 8 person, which consists of me and other member, right? So for the first part will be the company background, which will be which will be presented by me. So the first one is Press Metal was founded in 1986. Meanwhile, LB Aluminium Berhad was founded in 1985. And of course, both of this company was listed in Bursa Malaysia. And for Press Metal Aluminium Berhad was listed in 1993, and LB Aluminium Berhad was listed in Bursa Malaysia in 1994. And of course, both of this company are in the same industry, which is in industry aluminium producers. And the market for Press Metal Aluminium Berhad was largest producer of aluminium in Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, for LB Aluminium was recognized manufacturer in Southeast Asia and of course the largest supplier in Malaysia. So there is several projects that have been done by both of this company, which is for the Press Metal. The project was the aluminium smelting plant in Muka, the first one, and the second one is the second phase of aluminium smelting plant in Samalaju Bintulu, and the third one is the aluminium smelting phase, which is the Samalaju phase 2, right? So meanwhile, for LB Aluminium Berhad, they are supplying for several top tier tower, which is including Top Glove Tower, and then Menara Shell, Equatorial Plaza, Menara CIMB, as well as the Setia Sky 88. So we move on to industry outlook and information. For Press Metal, their annual production around 2 million tons per year, and for the LB Aluminium have 100,000 ton annual production. So what is their product? Press Metal consists of 4 products mainly, which including P1020 ingots, billets, wire rods, as well as the primary foundry alloy. And LB Aluminium Berhad also have several products, which including aluminium extraction, aluminium sheets and coil, LBT, sealing suspension system, and fitting and accessories. We'll pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Qayyum. And now I will continue my part, which is the SWOT analysis of Press Metal Berhad and also the LB Aluminium Berhad. The strength of According to our research, Press Metal Berhad tackles internal company factor by identifies its strengths and weakness, while opportunity and threat highlights potential problems in the macro environment. Press Metal's strength is high brand equity. Learning organizations, for example, Press Metal Berhad encourage employees have their own open-minded at workplace. The third point is training and development. It can be measured in employee retention, loyalty, lack of conflict between staff to staff, and high level of involvement among customer and staff. And the next will be weakness. Press Metal Berhad, weakness is slow process of decision making, slow utilization of new channels communication. Online community is better utilized to attract more attention customer. And the third is low market penetration in new markets. And for the opportunity of Press Metal Berhad, it is learning at scale, leveraging digital technologies, automating production can enhance effective and efficient of the company. And the threat of the Press Metal Berhad is lower barriers to entry, learning curve for new practice. And next will be SWOT analysis of LB Aluminium Berhad. By using SWOT analysis, LB Aluminium Berhad company can effectively come up with the appropriate marketing strategy that will make the company successful. Not only that, but they are constantly using SWOT to help organization optimize performance, identify new opportunity, manage competitions, maximize return on resources used, and minimize various business and decision-making risks. And the LB Aluminium Berhad strength is talent management, strong brand recognition, and also brand catering to different customer segment within the metal mining segment. And the weakness of LB Aluminium Berhad is loyalty amongst supplier is low. Second will be addition cost of establishing a new supply chains and logistic network. LB Aluminium Berhad had to create a new reliable supply chains network that can be quite expensive. And the third will be the high cost of replacing existing efforts. For the opportunity, the first opportunity is opportunity in online space. To capture more chance, LB Aluminium Berhad enable concentration well online space to increase the adoption of online service for customer. The second will be reduce net new product launch cost. The last will be trade competitor catching up with the product development. It means they face serious challenging from international and local competitor. And the last will be competitive pressure. LB Aluminium Berhad was unable to cater to the narrow niches that distractor focus on. That's all from me, and Sok Ling and Lily will continue the presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Lily Wong Tai Li. I will continue the part of press metal trend analysis. Firstly, current ratio is the first higher in 2019, and quick ratio will be the same year. Total asset turnover ratio will be the 2021, and then quick asset turnover ratio will be 2018. And inventory turnover ratio will be the same year, which is 2018. And day sales outstanding is 2021, and debt ratio will be 2021 too. And time interest earned ratio will be the same year, 2021, and debt to EBITDA ratio will be 2020 years, and profit margin will be 30.12%, and return on assets will be 2018 year. Return on equity will be last year, 2021, and basic earning power will be 2018, and the third system will be the last year, 2021. I finished my part.
The current ratio of LB Aluminium Berhad in 2017 was dropped to 2019 because of a rise in current liability. The current ratio increased from 2020 to 2021 because of an increase in inventory and trade receivable in the aluminum segment. For the LB Aluminium Berhad quick ratio continued declining from 2018 to 2020 was because it had accumulated too much inventory. In comparison to 2020, LB Aluminium quick ratio in 2021 indicated that the company can earn cash more quickly, though its ratio was raised to 0.86 times from 2020. The highest total asset turnover ratio for the company was 1.05 times in 2019 because of the increase in sale volume from the overseas market. The lowest total asset turnover ratio was 0.78 times in 2020 due to the loss of revenue during the MCO period, as operations have been halted for nearly 1.5 months. This reason also same with the highest fixed asset turnover ratio in 2019, which was 2.32 times, and lowest ratio in 2020, which was 1.85 times. The highest inventory turnover ratio of LB Aluminium Berhad was 5.07 times in 2019 because of the increasing sale. The company lowest inventory turnover ratio was 2.82 times in 2021 because of the company inventory is kept for too long. Days sale outstanding of LB Aluminium Berhad was 85.13 days in 2017 and keep increasing to 113.62 days in the year 2021. A high DOS number indicates that a company sells its product on credit to customer and then wait a long time to collect the money. LB Aluminium Berhad debt ratio continued to rise from 2017 to 2021. Its debt ratio were higher in 2021 than in previous year due to the high borrowing of RMs 4.6 million in that year. The lowest time interest earned ratio of LB Aluminium Berhad was 2.04 times in 2020 because of the decreasing company earning during the MCO period due to the group operation being halted for nearly 1.5 months, and the highest TIE ratio was 10.71 times because of the increase in sale volume. The lower step to EBITDA ratio was 4.1 times in 2017 due to the increase in business volume. The highest ratio was 10.7 times in 2020 because LB Aluminium Berhad total liability increased due mainly to the increase in liability of the property segment. The lowest profit margin of LB Aluminium Berhad was 0.56% in 2020 because of a lower sale price or higher cost. In 2021, it rose significantly to 7.71%, which became the highest profit margin because of the increase in sale volume. The lowest return of asset of LB Aluminium Berhad was 0.43% in 2020 because loss of revenue during the MCO period. The highest ROA was 6.09% in 2021. The higher the ROA, the better because the company can earn more money with a small investment. The highest return on equity of LB Aluminium Berhad was 12.23% in 2021. This is because of the Aluminium Berhad net income increase. The lowest basic earning power of LB Aluminium Berhad was 2.24% in 2020. This is because during the MCO period, LB Aluminium Berhad operations were halted for nearly 1.5 months. The highest BEP was 8.10% in 2021. The highest the BEP ratio, the greater a company ability to generate income from its asset and better for investment as it given substantially high return. The lowest DuPont system for LB Aluminium Berhad was 0.87% in 2020 due to the company lower profit margin and total asset turnover as the company's operation and asset are inefficient. The highest DuPont system was in 2021. The higher the DuPont system ratio, the better the company assets are at generating profit through internal accrual or through rising equity.
Okay, so we'll start about cross-sectional analysis by two companies for recent years in 2021 for Precious Metal and LB Aluminium. Okay. So on the liquidity ratios, LB Aluminium recorded 1.57 times and Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad got 1.10 times. So the differences between this year throughout the year, 0.47. Quick ratio, LB Aluminium Berhad record 0.86 times, Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad got 0.5 times. So it shows the differences is 0.36 times. For total assets turnover, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 0.79 times and Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad recorded 1.3 times. So the differences throughout the year is 0.44. Fixed assets turnover, the LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 2.31 and Precious Metal Aluminium Holding Berhad's 1.20 times. So the differences throughout the year is 1.11. Next. For inventory turnover ratio, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 2.82 times, Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad got 0.77 times, and the differences throughout the year is 2.05. For day sales outstanding, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 118.62 days, Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad recorded 57.44 days. It shows that differences, both companies got 56.18 days. For debt ratio, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 50.21% debt and Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad 65.38%. The differences, both companies is 15.17%. Time interest and ratio, LB Aluminium recorded 10.71 times, Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad 8.45 times. And the differences for this company is 2.26 times. Next. Debt to EBITDA, LB Aluminium have received 4.8 times. Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad got 4.70 times. It shows that just a little, which is 0.10 times differences. For profit margin ratio, LB Aluminium recorded 7.71% and Precious Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad got 13.12%. It shows that both companies had 5.41 differences. Return on assets, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 6.09%. Press Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad recorded as 10.15%. It shows that companies have 4.06 differences. And return on equity, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 12.23%. Press Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad 2.33%, and it shows 17.1% differences. Next. Basic earning power, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 8.10%, and the Press Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad recorded 10.15%, and it shows 2.05 differences. For DuPont system, LB Aluminium Berhad recorded 12.23%, Press Metal Aluminium Holdings Berhad 46.64%, and it shows both companies had 34.41 differences. Next. So this is for the corporate issues and news recently for Press Metal. The Press Metal news currently net profit increased 11% year-over-year as a result of greater sales that were fueled by the stronger US dollar and better production output. Bonus issuance is consistent with the group's goal of rewarding its shareholders in addition to cash dividends. And lastly, Press Metal's lower sales of extrusion products, however, caused 33.69 decline in quarterly revenue from 2.2 billion to 2.12 billion. Corporate issues and news, LB Aluminium net profit for the first quarter ended July 31st, 2022 increased 311% to 12.51 million from 3.04 million. Cumulative sales and construction progress of 26.7 and 10% respectively, it stated. Revenue from the Group Satu Anggota Satu Rumah SASAR project in Bandar Tasik Selatan began to be recognized by the property segment. The SASAR project has generated 16.97 million income from the LB Aluminium, and while enhancing the trading liquidity and marketability of LB Aluminium shares to sustain the profitability. That's all from me.
Hello, my name is Connie, and for my part is in test comparisons. Next. For the Press Metal Sandia Berhad stock cycle year from 2017 to 2021, the first is this is inconsistent and it is indicating that it is decreased, increased, and then decreased again from 2017 to 2021. And for the lower price, in year 2020, that is recorded at 2 ringgit 85 cents, and the higher price is recorded in 2021, and it is recorded at 10 ringgit 80 cents. Next.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Tiang Shiuh, and for the LB Aluminium Sedan Berhad, the stock cycle of this company from 2017 to 2021 is not constant. It shows that it decreased and increased and then decreased again from 2017 to 2021. And about the stock cycle of the LB Aluminium Berhad, the lowest cycle with a price of 0.305 in 2020, and the highest one will be RN 1.230 in the year of 2021. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. So for my part was on stock cycle. For the stock cycle for LB Aluminium Sdn Berhad in the year 2017 until 2021, the lowest cycle with a price 0.305 was in the year 2020. This is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to lower productivity, which to increase their revenue. And then the highest cycle during the year 2021 was with a price 1.230. This is due to the greater sales volume and margin from the aluminium segment. LB Aluminium profit was increased to 14.88 million, more than triple a year ago, which is 4.27 million. The next one was Press Metal Aluminium stock cycle. The lowest stock with a price 2.85 during the year 2020. This is due to the worldwide economy disrupted by the enforced quarantine, lockdown, and travel restrictions. This company incurred higher taxations, which result to decline in their revenue from 102.89 million to 90.07 million in the year of 2020. And for the press metal, the highest stock cycle with a price 10.800 during the year of 2021. This is due to the price of aluminium began to rise again. The higher price of aluminium will increase the output of the productions, which is increasing the revenue from 2.1 billion to 3.92 billion in the year of 2021 in October. So the next one will be the conclusion will present by my other group member.
All right, thank you, Imelda. So in conclusion, overall, we can say that based on the analysis, we know that both companies are doing good for their financial aspect, which contribute a lot for them to become the listed company in Bursa Malaysia. So for the suggestion, we have two suggestions, which is long-term suggestion and also the short-term suggestion. Right, for the long-term suggestion, we have three suggestions here, which is the first one will be the equity capital, which this suggestion will collect. This suggestion is the capital collected by a company from its owner and stakeholder in exchange for a portion of ownership in the company. So Press Metal and LB Aluminium Berhad can obtain capital to finance the operation and overall development. Next, the second one suggestion will be the preference capital, which is the portion of capital obtained by the sale of preference shares. Since it's part of company's net value, it's improved company's leverage in comparison competitors, increase investor confidence to invest in both of the company. The last one for the long-term suggestion will be the debenture, which means if a company wants to raise money privately, it can approach the market top debt investors and borrow money at higher interest rate from them to use it for development for the company. So the next two suggestions will be the short-term suggestion, which is the first one will be the trade credit. This is the floating time that allows the business to pay for products they purchase, which is a good way to finance their inventory. So it is an encouragement for both of the company to continue business which costs nothing to the company. And last but not least, the short-term suggestion is the business line of credit, which this suggestion can be used to finance working capital needs, and company can approach the bank to request approval for certain amount based on its credit line. Then withdraw the funds as needed up to maximum permitted amount. Thus, it developed into a very economical kind of funding for press metal and LB Aluminium. I think that's all for me and my group. Thank you.